Seems like the time just flies. I was thinking of something, okay? So we have this triangle, and I wrote this on paper, but I'm going to try and explain it. There's a triangle. On the top of the triangle, it's when you look up and you ask the question. So that would be the angel. Now, the angel can look down on you and tell you whatever he wants because he's pure. So he needs no connection with you. But you want to speak to the angel, you've got to connect to the spirit. So therefore, you've got to get an internet connection. So you're the male, you get a female, you marry her, your penis and her vagina go together as a connection to the spirit, as two, because there's more of a story in a family, a true family, which connects to the spirit, and the spirit cleanses the story and takes the whole truth, because he knows right away after cleansing, when he sees everything is perfect, because he has the firewall, and it comes up and it says everything is clear, sends the whole story up to the angel, says, hey, another day, everything's perfect. He probably doesn't need any protection, he's so pure. I mean, because I'm not married. There's no way I can connect with my spirit. Everybody knows you got to be married. But the whole thing is, the best marriage is the marriage is when you hold the hand. You see, I'm connected direct to my spirit. I don't need any of these plugs anymore. You think I'm interested in sex? Of course I am. I'm a male on the earth. I like to do bang and take anything I see, because when I become famous, every woman's going to want to do me. But I don't want to do no one at all, because I have other reasons to do things than do things like that, to fool around for nothing. Because if we fool around for nothing, thus we use up all our time. So we whore our time, thus time becomes a whore, or a whore takes up all our time. The reason for every single word in the book. So now I'm direct. I've never been more direct. I don't need to get married to anyone else but the truth. And I know the game, and I know the players. And when it's all over, I'm going to go back to the truth. Because I'm the truth. I know the whole truth. So when I look over my story, I'll know all my stories. But I'm going to cry. Because when I see all the other people that they can't see the truth, they don't want to see the truth. And all they have to do is look, open your eyes to see the truth. But the truth is so scary. It's the boogeyman. Because it always comes back to hunt you. And when the truth is really true and everybody finds out, they lock you up because you're really scary. Although you look like all of us, remember the rules. The rules were made for both sides of the game. Both sides of the game, the good and the bad. The G-A-M-E, government, arms, magician, evil. G-A-M-E, or je, or jouer, for to play in French. G-A-M-E, which is God, which is good, which is angel, which is good, which is you. And then you have the man, or the magician, but this magician is Merlin, because he's the Merlin, he's of the sea, where all the good things come, because everything comes from the sea. Don't you see the story, where it's going, for the waves of the oceans and the ripples of the lakes? Or isn't this going to be fun tomorrow? That all the little games we played with Little Red Riding Hood, that our kids laughed, that I came back 40 years after it all came about to tell you the same story, made for adults only, 12 and over for girls, 13 over for boys, because that was the decision of God as a bat mitzvah for the girl, so she can know the knowledge at 12, because she is ready for the truth. And the boy, because men fool around too much, that's why they're jacks before kings, and that's why I'm only a jack and not a king, because we all fool around, so thus we have to wait one more year to know the better of the truth at the age of 13. Thus, if you are these ages, you can watch my videos. And that's why the Jewish religion is what it is, because some of it, everything that goes on in life has to have the rule, and the rule book is everything you wish. So that is why it is for you, and you is I, and I is je in French. So you have the je, I in French, which is I am, and I wish. I am and I wish, and I am Jewish, and that's what makes who I am, and that's why I'm closer to the truth. And that's why I see the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and mostly anybody else. I've got 40, 50 videos. I think I've got 10 callers. Don't you really want to know? Are you not scared of death? D-E-A-T-H? I'm from F. I have the TH of the death. But I have the 2 cards that go along with it too, and I know the 3rd one that's coming. I know it's for me, so I can play it well, so I'll never get there. But for those who don't know how to play the cards, if you want to learn, it starts with the truth, and it starts with my story, because the story I bring you is the truth, my truth, and my truth is just a story that you can believe. And then again, if you don't believe anything, and you just want to know if it's a myth, then in Hollywood they make up stories. And they call them movies because they move you. And they move you whether it's the truth or not. They move you all the same. So are you going to move over to listen to my truth? Or is it so moving that you move over so far that you fall off the seat and now you're scared and you have nowhere to run? When running usually is good for the body and the soul and the mind, and you're nowhere to hide because there's no one to hide, because the truth never leaves you, because you speak the words. The words you speak are your truth, and you can lie and it's still your truth, and it's still your history. And we don't want to Tory anything, because a Tory will tear things apart. So stay away from the Tory, okay? The Libra and the Libral, or the Libral or Serbial the brain of the Libra, of the guy of balance, in the month of October, the 4th, the middle of the 1st week of the 1st child. This is so much fun for me. I write a little bit down. I write 1 minute. I got 20 minutes. This is like streaming in 10th gear. How do I know any of this? But it doesn't matter. Is the story good? Is it better with no picture? Should I put a little bit of music, put a little bit of color? You got some action, we're in there, yeah! But still, we spent 9 days trying to figure out how to make it right by listening to the rules. That's why the story of man, right, was all done on day 6. So what do we call day 6? Man is day 6. A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh my God. Fremet, for the freedom of all man's mind, to know the knowledge of whether there is death or not. So that would be the F in my name. What is the R? R. R. Are you ready? The E is the E-net and the connection of all. Hey, if you take an E and you turn them upside down and you put them into each other, they make the best connection. You got 3 and 3 or unite. You know? F-R-E-M. Now that's again another connection, the M. Again, you have the E for the E of all, the E-bay, the for sale sign of man. T, the cross of life, the crossroads in life. And the H is for heaven. Fremeth, figure it out yourself. Everybody got a name for a reason. You got to learn how to use your name right. Because with that name, there comes rules. And with those rules, if you play the game, there may be others that play. So read the rules. Some of them may be your friend. All the same, I said at the beginning, the rules are for the good and the bad. Even if you're ugly, they're all the same rules. And will help you if you don't understand. That's what's great about the game. So if you need help, no, they got too much of an ego, so they cheat. So now we know both sides of the story. 7286, Raphael. Rules are the same. Twin towers stood up. Man was different. The black sheep and the white sheep, the 2 towers were black, yet one of them should have been white. And the black one actually should have been white because he fell into dirt at the bottom of the barrel because he was always kicked. When you're kicked and have nothing, you always fall to the bottom of the barrel before you pick yourself up. You know, to move up in life, when you're in a pickle, you're in a barrel. Well, there you go. And that's the answer for this one. I'll let you go. Ciao for now.